d4, c5.
Yeah.
Oh, c6, excuse me. Knight f3, d5, knight c3. This is very typical. And
Two knights.
I do believe that MVL has played this.
Move.
Yes.
We expect bishop e6.
Yeah, would you like to grab a pawn on c2?
No, he will not.
I'm thinking bishop. The other thing, I guess it really does kind of transpose, is like, oftentimes I don't like moving a piece I've already developed a second time, unless I'm forced to.
Yeah.
So, just looking at this position, my inclination would have been not to move the queen to f5, which was chosen and played, but, to develop a piece.
I have seen this. I think the idea of queen f5 is to play queen g4 and force the queen trade.
That's probably it. And in my career, I've also played the Scandinavian, and so I'm not against having a queen on a5 where my light square bishop is already out. None of this happened.
So you still have fun. You got to play all the fun openings.
I know. I was like, until I cured myself, I don't know what happened. I probably had a bad result somewhere down the line. And bishop e6, as you were saying, the main line, if you will. I'm just looking at, of course, the desirable knight e5, and boy, isn't that a good-looking move. It just has one
check.
terrible drawback. Otherwise, it'd be great.
So we either castle or play d3?
I like castles.
Yeah.
Because
I'm not worried about the c2 pawn, but of course here you're not.
No, exactly. And I do think that in that line that
you want to play d4 in one tempo, right?
Precisely. That I do think that if I'm going to have any edge in the position, that I grab a little bit more space with d2, d4. But when I think about advantages that white gets in various openings, this advantage that white has, I'm a Caro-Kann player, I feel completely at relaxed. Like, this is not, a frightening...
Not at all.
A frightening moment for black players. Krisha, sending it back over to you. Any developments in the five-minute attack? You might find yourself drawn to...
Long castle?
Yes. I was about to say a situation where you go d3, bishop e3, and long castles. Now, if you want to argue that your king is safer on c1, I don't quite understand why you're making that argument. So, at the moment, I don't think that this is a position where creativity can blossom. You're just going to play natural moves, castles, takes on c4, takes on c4, and play for d4.
Yeah, I think yesterday we had kind of complicated openings, and today it's a lot more simplified openings.
Yeah, well, especially the French. Yesterday's French, that h4 and a3. That was where...
What a combo.
Yeah, Gary Kasparov was saying, the combination of these two was... I used to play h4, a4, right, and h5 for black. And what was very funny about the move h5, which our engine gave a big orange bubble to...
He's definitely in his prep. He's gained almost 2 minutes. Meanwhile, Maxime has spent about 20 minutes, and he has castled. Most logical move.
Was castles a surprise? Caro a surprise?
Pragg has played Caro-Kann a couple of times in the Grunge store that I remember, so not a big surprise. Maybe knight f6 line, however.
Something was unexpected.
Yeah.
Because 20-minute thing by...
well, the smooth queen f5 is pretty rare. As Christian mentioned earlier, yes, most games black played queen e6 check.
Okay. And then queen g4?
I believe so.
Which is actually kind of a funny thing. We're chasing down that queen, aren't we? Trying to get a queen. By the way, it looks... Why didn't he play that? That looks like really a good idea. Now that we're here, okay. So he didn't choose that. Instead, we do have a swap. Bishop takes c4, queen came back across, queen takes c4.
What's the plan here for white? We gotta play d4.
Seriously, it's kind of d4 or bust. I really do. And you get a situation where, like, literally, you're
Bishop
playing
d6.
Yeah, if you like. You're playing for. I think both sides, in some kind of ways, are playing for the control. 6 with rook c5.
But
What
after
about bishop e7?
e7, what do you do?
Probably.
I guess he wants to go rook c4.
Rook a5?
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
I
rook
thought
c4. I
they
think
found
he wants to go rook
Russian.
c4.
That's
He just wants to play for b5 basically. He's putting
Yeah.
the rook on c file. He wants to play for b5 and hoping that he can get something.
But yeah, sir, or Christian, would you guys give 10% chance victory? I would put
No.
it at 2.
90, I'd give it 5. Yeah.
5.
95 sounds
95,
accurate.
5, yeah. It really is a genuinely balanced game. But I've got to say, just a second, hold on before I go too far. Who gets the 5? Who gets the 2? Because I'm looking and I'm thinking the rook on c5 might just be badly placed. Like,
I think Prague gets the 5.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. It's like,
He has more time. He's the one that, if you press too much, you're the one overexposed with this move b4, and perhaps you created some weaknesses along the way.
right.
Bishop b7. Okay.
By the way,
Let's get ready. Let's get ready for this one, guys.
Rook e5
Rook
came
e5.
very quickly, by the way. Yeah, I think it was the...
It could be a fake out. He could play it twice and then change his mind, but
No.
Yeah, and there we go, rook c5, okay. Well, for those of you who are joining us late, it was a card. Neither player really surprised the other, and it looked like a very solid, good game, with a repetition that suddenly happened a bit unexpectedly for us, and a draw in this one. Everything to be decided tomorrow, Nasi. I mean, it's all who's in form for the rapid and blitz.
absolutely. All classical games ended in a draw. Fighting games, but nobody made a big mistake.
Not today. It was yesterday that MVL had a golden opportunity presented to himself, and it's still one of those great mysteries for me, how our cherished principles get violated